What's shaking, T?
How's it going?
What's up, folks? We're back again. This time a bit more reliable. Mind you, to be fair, I do think when we did that one episode during the summer, I did specify that we would probably be a bit choppy due to certain things going on in both of our lives. Because both of us had I was doing the whole work and school thing, and you had your stuff. So we weren't really sure where our schedules would make out to where we can make the time. And even now, it really was just the stars lined up. You're like, I'm off tomorrow. I'm like, you know what? We're recorded tomorrow, motherfucker. And here we are here with love for y'all to talk about fandoms here at Fanspiracy with your boy, Mystic Jinn and TNoble. Got anything you want to say to the people? Any food?
Pretty close. Sorry, a little distracted. Wife just got home.
Okay. But yeah, we got a few things to talk about. Gonna throw a few ringers in there. Actually, let's just start live with some news. Apparently, everybody's losing their mind because some comedians went into a show in Saudi Arabia. Your thoughts on comedians going to Saudi Arabia to do a comedy festival?
I don't see why that would necessarily be a bad thing, but I suppose due to their culture, you'd probably have to be pretty selective on the content that you were speaking on.
That's actually a very valid point. The concept of censorship was brought up by a couple of the comedians that attended, but also I don't know the full details on what exactly the Saudi government treats their people like shit. Apparently, it's not necessarily anything against the people of Saudi. It's against the government. And at that point, why are you denying the people a good show? Why are you I get the government sponsoring it and paying these individuals and all, but is that any different than when our government has we throw galas and have orchestras play from foreign fucking countries? And one comedian apparently joked that they had to go over there to make jokes because they can actually speak freely there, and in America they might get canceled. So it's nice to know they're at least poking fun and stuff and bringing we might start to know what it means to have stifled free speech sooner. But personally, I feel at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to make their money, and it's a decision that they have to morally make, And who are any of us to say they can't get that back? We don't know their position. They might need that money. That might be life changing to some of these artists. I would take the job. I would have taken the money.
Yeah, a lot of times it's hard for comedians to find work because I guess so many people try to do that stuff like that.
Well, I wouldn't say
with
it's
varying
hard.
degrees of success.
I wouldn't say it's hard to find work, but I think what you said, it hits the number on the nail on the head after that. It's more of it's so inflated that, let's be real, there's a lot of smaller, lesser known comics that could be bigger name, but they it's so inflated that it's not even about being a bigger name. They're not some of these people probably aren't getting paid what they're worth or what they feel they're worth, but they're taking as many gigs as they can to try to make a living. Honestly, I give props to anybody that chases that artistic dream, really sticks by it, and it's it might not make them wealthy, but they're out there on the street, music artists, comedians, they're out there grinding to chase what their passion is. You gotta tip your hat off to that.
If I push the mute button on this, can you still hear me?
No, I couldn't hear anything you just said right now.
Okay.
I was oh, he has a mute, that's pretty nifty.
Yeah, I got a mute button.
I just click a button on the screen and I can mute. The whole thing is, watch. Say something? I didn't hear shit. Perks of being the host. I can mute, if something, when we start having people on here and they start, oh my god, you know what? We need to invite Nick onto the show. And I know what you're going to say. Them crazy ass kids. But that's the whole point. because I'm gonna instantly mute his ass. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like, oh, they're not gonna listen to me. It's like, no, like I just had you here to troll. Like I just brought you here to meme on you, brother. I doubt you have anything useful to say about any of the like, well, about much. Like there's a few topics I'll give it like you could probably have a good conversation on, but sometimes that boy worries.
He likes to definitely take the hard way.
Starting to think I should have beat him harder. I didn't use enough of an iron fist. But that being said, let's mosey on into the topics that we said we would get into, which would include Digimon, The Matrix, and kind of a general state of the union of overall fandoms, including like with a more comprehensive focus on like the gaming industry and anime for now. Sure, we'll give our honorable nods to everything else, and we'll hit everything else eventually. Actually, you know what? Like we can do hit everything else. Like we'll just count them as like well, Marvel and DC have their own thing, and then like for stuff like the boys and streaming content, we'll just say streaming content. And yeah, that about sums it up. So let's dive into the nitty gritty. That Digimon though,
Pretty good.
like I'll give you the props again. It was a good call. I am thoroughly enjoying the game. So, you want to give your opening thoughts so far?
Pretty cool game. Has quite a bit of options. Story is pretty good. I'll say it's more flows better than some of the past stories. Not saying that the past games were bad.
You're saying they took what was good and improved upon
Yeah,
it. No doubt. I really haven't played many of the. Like, I started the one, but, like, it bored me in, like, the first. Like, I was bored when I started, and it just didn't win me over. It didn't have. Yeah, like, there's a. I forget what they first like before they start saying Digimon, what they called them, whatever interface, digital interface, whatever.
oh,
You first run into the first
says
group.
electron life forms.
Yeah, there we go. And it's just like when you first run into them, and they're like, "We're not gonna send you in there unarmed," and then like your phone turns into a gun, and I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna be popping gas," and like they're like, "No, it shoots out a Digimon," which is just as cool. I'm not gonna lie. And like it still does shooting throughout. Like it took me forever to realize that the one boost feature or the X art thing, it still turns into a gun. I'm like, oh, stay strapped. It's nice to know the
Yeah.
universal language don't change in anime. Stay strapped or get clapped.
Then of course you have multiple things that the X art can do
Yeah.
between healing, reviving, different levels of damage.
See, the only tweak I would make to that mechanic is I wish you could select between like three of them. Like in active time, you know? Because the revive one's handy, but you're only gonna need it like once in a blue moon, really.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, I thought it was cool at first, but then I was like, my Digimon don't die that much, and even when they do, I've got plenty of items that or I have the skills that can either revive or heal too.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, brother. I haven't changed my art at all. Like I'm like it get boost all my stats. That's all I really need. Like
Yeah.
I thought about changing it to the one that will directly do damage to the enemy, but I was like, nah, my Digimon handle their business. They stand on business.
It does come in handy though sometimes. When I got it, it does the most amount of damage.
And I imagine I'll probably eventually switch to each of them at least once, just to at least check them out. Though, like I said, the revive one I think is kind of utterly useless. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't even revive your three reserve Digimon. Only the active party.
well, I can mess with that because like there were certain things where it was like revives all your thing, and it's like no, just the active ones. But just being able to talk about features like it added another layer of like, hey, here we go. You can do the like yeah, you're a human, but you're not completely useless to the story. You do have some benefits. You got your magical gun of like whatever the fuck. Like go heal, go stat boost. Like, and like I said, it's all like I'm not complaining about anything. I just think it's like one improvement I would make is that interface should like maybe three is a bit much, but switch between two. Like have one that's like a combat, like more of a combat one, and then like a combat focus where it's like okay, it'll either do damage or it has a shield or a negate effect, you know.
Yeah,
And then you have your support one where it's like stat boosts or the revive or healing.
right.
Like and like I'm not trying to Monday morning quarterback this. It's just you can't improve things if things aren't discussed. I'm not saying it sucks because it's not this way. I'm saying this is a way to improve it going forward. Like
One
I want
thing
to
I
be
think that
clear about.
they need to adjust. Sorry.
No, no, I was done with that statement.
One thing I think they need to adjust is there's a lot of times where the dialogue, since it's white text on a lot of light colored backgrounds, it gets hard to see the dialogue text. Another thing is some of the Digimon, since they're so large, they really mess with what you can see on the screen. Like, I think your point of view is a little too close to the character. Like, I got Metal Greymon, Chimeramon, and Myotismon, and there's sometimes I'm struggling to see what's around me. Like, am I going to get ambushed by enemy Digimon because I can't see that they're there because my fat ass Digimon's in the way?
I'm gonna say Ready or Not has made you paranoid, and I know you're not calling your Digimon fat ass.
Why are you saying that I'm paranoid?
Quite literally, you just said, "Am I gonna be jumped by enemy Digimon?"
Yeah.
Like them terrorists and pedophile bodyguards got you paranoid.
Hey, when they can just round a corner and don't even know you're there and just headshot you, leave and laser beam you, like that's some nonsense. Like I could understand, they shoot you in the limb or shoot you in the chest, but just immediately, like,
I
give
call
some
bullshit.
reaction.
I call bullshit because every time you get into your opening engagement, you're like, again, my fucking leg.
I always get shot in the leg. I don't understand. Like, I
Yeah,
come around a corner or I get shot in the leg, not the arm, not the chest, not my head, or your fanny pack, as you often get damaged, the leg.
like which weirds me out. Like it's a fucking fanny pack. Like that's not actually a body part. That's a fucking fanny pack. But my point is, you just said like I could understand if it was an arm or a leg, and then I'm like, nah, man. Like I've heard you countless times bitch about being shot in the fucking leg, and you're just
Yeah,
like, how?
because they always go for my leg. Like, geez, like,
Would you rather them go for the head
and then
every time?
they do that too sometimes. Round a corner and just headshot.
No, I'm dreading the nightmare run or the hard run. Like even with other people, like regardless of like the buffs that they get plus the debuffs that we get, the friendly fire is jacked up. So that means you will not be able to walk in front of me anymore. Like now I just feel bad. Like in hard I think I can actually kill you. Be walking like you'll be sitting here walking in between me and the enemy and like we're both gonna hit you. I'm gonna be like, shit. You know what, I'm just gonna say that the enemies hit him first and like I just like to avenge him, I used his body as a shield to shoot through him and get the enemies. Yeah, I'll tell that to the superiors. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I do not work in law enforcement. Like, actually, if you go back and watch any of the past streams, like, and see some of my reactions to certain movements, certain people, like, I would make a bad cop. Like, I know this. So I stay out of that career field. Like, I am biased. He's not biased, though. But he would still make a shitty cop because he likes shooting civilians on random.
I mean, a civilian's gonna know not to just stand there behind a cubicle and where you see a head above there, and then there's an enemy right next to you that ran that way. I'm not going to think, oh, that's a civilian. I shouldn't shoot before they shoot me first. Like, stupid civilian, get on the ground. Like, there's gunfire like 4 feet from you.
Did you announce yourself?
What?
Did you announce
The fact
yourself?
remains is if someone shoots a gun next to you, are you just gonna stand there like, huh? What's going on? No, you're gonna move the fuck up out the way.
Well, I mean,
Or drop to the ground so you don't get hit. Not just stand there and
well,
just be
no,
like,
I wouldn't just
nothing's
stand
going
there.
on.
Like, but I ain't going down out no fight. I ain't gonna be hiding in no damn cubicle. But that's neither here nor there. What about the one time you shot the guy, like you just blindly assumed the guy on the other side of a garage door that you could only see a foot through? And you're like, I'm gonna shoot. You're like, hey, bro, look at it. I'm gonna take out with this one enemy before we even get in there. Don't
Oh,
shoot the
because the first time I
civilian.
shot him, it was a bad guy. The first time, the previous time, it was a bad guy.
And see, this is why you would just make a shitty like you made an assumption. You know what they say about assumptions. And like in that case, it quite literally did make an ass out of you and me. Like I was there and I was like if we were cops and I had to, they're like, why'd I'm like, they would ask me like, well, why didn't you say anything at the time? Like he shot a civilian. I'm like, yeah, we all know that. No one's hiding that. Like he even knows that. He said it. Why didn't you say anything to stop him from doing it? It's a white boy with a gun. Like in this environment, nah, I ain't risking that. Gonna get fucking canceled. Sorry
A
about
side
that.
note,
But you know that's like you laughed because you know it's true. Not necessarily you, but the stereotype. We used to be a country. We could laugh about stereotypes, not get all our panties in a twist.
yeah. But real quick, so earlier I had my dragon in the shower, and I walked to the kitchen and came back, and guess who was in the toilet?
Hold up. Phrasing. Clarify. Because I know what you're talking about. But the viewer,
Bearded dragon.
okay, because like the viewers, for all they know, like you could have been talking about like a bad dragon sex toy. Like if you had not clarified, people could have made wild ass assumptions.
They
Like
probably still will try.
probably, but like I wanted to make like I wanted to get like I laughed because I was like, man, should I let this like? And you, my boy, I ain't gonna let you go out like that. At least without not out a warning. But continue. You're dragging in the shower to the kitchen.
Yeah, I came back, and guess what? Who was in the toilet?
Your dragon,
No. Fortunately, but no.
your dog,
Good guess, but no.
your cat.
Yes, the stupid cat. And guess who got his first bath today?
Well, that must have been fucking fun.
Well, fortunately, he didn't fight as much as some cats will, but he certainly wasn't happy about it.
Okay, since we're doing animal stories, I'll give you an animal and a Buddy and Jeff story. Okay, you know me and Buddy, like we're two rather tough sons of bitches. Well,
Yeah.
well, you remember I had two cats, a black cat and a gray cat, back in the day when I moved back to my mom's from my grandmother.
Okay.
Mina and Gwen. Well, Gwen, like I was forced to like when we were sent to get Gwen fixed. Like the place says to bathe them beforehand for various like me, Jeff, and Buddy all were trying. Like we got like get near water. It scratched. Like we all had scratches up and down our arms, our bodies. Fucking ran in under the cabinet, and like anytime any of us tried to reach in there for her, she was like, so collectively, me and the guys were just like, well, at first it was Jeff was like, I'm out, like I'm not helping you with this anymore. And Buddy was like, I'm out too, bro. To be exact, he was like, I'm out, Mr. Blackman. I can't help you with this. And
I can hear him saying that.
yeah, that's why I said it, because when I say it, when I hear him, like when I hear the memory, I hear it in his voice. It's just like,
Yeah.
and it's a good way to keep him alive, as is this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after they bailed on me, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You want to go dirty to the vet? That's on you, homie. I'm out. Like, I'm not doing this shit no more. Need to go bandage myself and smoke a blunt. Yeah, it was rather wild. Damn. This camera's actually not bad. Like, I always, like, for a $20 camera, like, I can see into my mic on my screen. Oh, yeah, like, that's neither here nor there. But to Buddy. So, earlier this week, you brought up, since we are the Fanspiracy podcast, you brought a very interesting fan theory up in one of my favorite film franchises of The Matrix. And you brought it up after I brought up that I kind of think that The Matrix was right, and like 99 was probably our peak year. Don't get me wrong, like the first like 5-6 years of the millennium weren't bad, but since then it's just been going batshit crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, the only win since then has been like Obama, and even then it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? A symbolic win rather than an actual win. Because we're like, oh yeah, things are gonna change. Nothing changed. To be fair, the last few brothers that tried to change things got shot, so I understand where his mind was. That being said, you brought up the fact about the Matrix, and since then we've phased out landlines.
Landlines and payphones. I still see a payphone every once in a while, but like actually, the new HEB they built here in town, they put a payphone, but it's like 3 or 4 feet from the ground. Like you got to be sitting on the curb unless you're really short,
Did it have
vertically
clear voice?
challenged. I didn't inspect it, but I think it might have.
You can still get a landline, but at the end of the day, like, it's another bill. So, like, I can see. But, so, let's sit here and say that that is the case. That the whole, the Matrix is real, as some of the red pillars would say. But, like, no, not that bullshit, actually. Let's say the real Matrix is real, and we are all in this simulation. And cell phone, or like the phones were the way out, and yada yada. You know, it's kind of worrisome to me that like not enough people think that, because let's say that's all true. If that was true, and then the movie came out, and it was just like, we're putting this movie out to condition them to it. And instead of us just being all compliant about it, and we actually sided with the people that we were rooting for, like the system awakening, like of people, like it wouldn't be, oh, we're finding them. Like people would just like the shock of the Matrix movie should wake them up, wouldn't it? Or at least make it to where we're all actively trying to escape the system.
I guess with that, it's just not enough people think that they're asleep, so to speak.
Or what is it? What if we like like say every time we go to sleep, every time everybody's gone to sleep since we watched The Matrix, it's us waking up from the pod, and then the machines just bitch smack us. They bitch smack us right back into the tank. It's like, nah, motherfucker, there's no ship to save you. So, similar, not side note, but like actually on along that path, I have a question for you, T. What would be your hacker name?
I don't know. Never really thought about being a hacker.
Well, no, I'm not talking about like a real world hacker. I'm talking about the people that get unplugged in the Matrix. They were all hackers. Neo was his hacker handle. Trinity was her hacker handle. Like, so in
I don't know.
light of that, what name would you choose for yourself?
I don't know. Archon?
That would be a dope ass fucking like. I would watch that motherfucker in the Matrix. See, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, especially with my recent studies. And like, if I were in the Matrix, it would be some shit like Syntax Thorn. Like in the real world, I would not do that. That's just like too like noticeable, and like in the real world, I wouldn't hack any system without authorization.
Yeah, no illegal stuff.
Hey, I'm trying to go that path, and like I told you, the first thing that website had me do, hey, we're gonna show you the steps to hack a bank. The first task that thing had me do in a pre-security course of all things. I'm like, bro, damn. I said a little bit more about that than I wanted to, but didn't want the general public knowing about the career change just yet. But that being said, I brought up another theory revolving the Matrix to you, which we can't fully flesh out and discuss because, hey, fan conspirators around the world, I need y'all to join me in collectively shaming this man, for he has not watched Bill and Ted.
Never had the movie. I don't even know where I could watch it now.
If you have
Don't
an
have it.
MGM add-on on any of your streaming, that would be the way to go about it. Nope. But yeah, there's the whole theory of the connections between Bill and Ted and the Matrix. Like, when I think of, like, the more I actually think about it, it's a really big stretch. Except the only way it works, in my opinion, like, I can't really, like, this is why I say we can't really flesh it out because you don't know what I know.
Right.
So we're gonna fix that, and then we'll come back and we'll have a Matrix discussion part two. With that being said, we've hit Digimon. We even with the Digimon, we even did a little swing to Ready or Not briefly. We did the Matrix, and did a rallying call of shaming you for not seeing just gold. No, no, no. Like, honestly, this is like, you know how I say that people should have their children watch Naruto? Like, if they're gonna have them watch one anime, it should be Naruto. Bill and Ted's up there in that kind of air. I feel like, to where I feel the world would be better if everybody understood the core principle and plot lines of that. And like, the the huge concept is be excellent to each other. I like, there's a lot of people that I feel grew up and they're like, oh man, I love Bill and Ted. They're so cool. Bill and Ted would be disappointed in some of y'all right now. Though it's not too late to come back and be excellent to each other. Just want y'all to know that. That being said, let's get into the, damn it, nitty gritty of some of this. Okay, so earlier today, you sent me
Colt.
a reel about Microsoft and like doing stupid shit.
This is my heffalump. Romy. He is a
Excellent.
heffalumpigus.
I mean,
As you can see, she demands
like,
attention at times.
like, my man playing with pussy on camera.
He's just jealous.
No, I could go and get Loki if I wanted to. Like, my cat is a good boy. But when you sent me the stuff about Microsoft doing stupid shit, I was like, you know what? We should do an honest critique of both PlayStation and Sony. Because there's the whole potentially having a free tier with ads with bullshit restrictions.
Yeah. What was it saying? Like 5 hours of free online play, or I don't know if that was a
Yeah,
joke or
5 hours, an hour a day, and like 2 to 3 minutes of ads regularly inserted into that. Like, I don't know how much is true about that. Like, that might be just memeing, but okay. Like, we almost made a cardinal sin that we've repeatedly made since we started this podcast, and that's, we came up with a topic, and then we started talking about the topic with each other, or we were about to, and I was like, whoa, 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 we're gonna be on air later. Let's save that for the let's save the shitting on Microsoft for later. And at that point, we're probably gonna have like, and I say shitting, and like, I'm not gonna necessarily shit. I kind of want to observe, like, because keep in mind, back in the day, business was my initial goal. Like, I want to try to understand where we are in for gaming and the current state and the future of it. Like, because I feel that's a real big like, I don't think it's so simple as like everybody's like, oh well, Microsoft's raising the prices. Like, as I told you earlier, before I realized what we were doing, I was like, wait, no, we're gonna fuck ourselves. Microsoft kind of fucked themselves. The whole concept of their Game Pass is a good idea, but the way they executed it was shitty. Like, especially after such an acquisition of like well, we have Call of Duty now, and it's ours, and we'll allow it to everybody else. The issue there was, like, the big problem with that is, for some ungodly reason, these motherfuckers want to put everything that their studios make out on Game Pass immediately for free. At that point, why the fuck's anybody gonna buy the game?
And then complain that what was it 300 million or something like that they lost out on because they put it on day one Game Pass.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you made a stupid business decision. Like, and I'm not saying getting Activision was a stupid business decision. I'm saying they didn't think out, like, PlayStation, for everybody wanting to complain about them not having the, like, and now we have, like, kind of the equivalent of Game Pass. But, like, PlayStation actually did it in a semi-smart, structured fucking way. It's like, okay, you have your basic shit to just get your free monthly shit. You have a small access catalog. Then you have the next one where it's like you get the couple of things, and then you have the full shebang where you get everything. But you know what you don't get in any of those ever? Like, it's, well, I don't want to say ever, like, because I think there have been a couple of things that have day one there, but like that's like indie shit that wasn't PlayStation Studio shit. Like, it's rare that something in its first, like, if something goes to the PlayStation's catalog for PlayStation Plus, it's because the thing's probably not doing as hot as it should be in sales to begin. And at that point, they're doing it to see if it gets playability, and if it has playability, they figure from there they figure out how their strategy should work going forward for that franchise if it's indeed a franchise. But Xbox just sat here and started buying cows and giving away the fucking whole farm every time to all the customers repeatedly. Like, that's why
Yeah,
all the Xbox players were always blazing Xbox. They were being bribed. Like, it's like, okay,
much.
yeah, you get a lot of free shit, but the shit we pay for is better than a lot of your free shit. Like, I don't mind playing a paying game, like paying for a good game. Like, actually, like, all the bullet points kind of related to that, so we're kind of just good on this, like, on this part of the conversation of how we're going. They sit here and, like, Microsoft, they need balance. I don't think raising the prices like they're doing is going to fix the problem that they're having. Things can't say the same, but like at that point, the very first thing they should do, they need to stop day oneing shit into their game. Like, that would make them tons of money.
Yeah, clearly because they lost 300 million or something of that nature.
Yeah, because, like, again, if you don't have, if, like, $60, $20, $60, $20. Yeah, the $20 is recurring, but with that $20, I get all this other free bullshit. Like, and that kind of irks me that they don't see the value of certain, like, I value certain franchises. That's why, like, I will pay for the franchises when they put out a new game. Notice how I say franchises when they put out a new game. A game as it's meant to be, not sold in piecemeal in 3 fucking pieces, Square Enix. Get your shit together. I told you, every chance I get, I'm gonna shit on them. But key example is Payday. I said from day one when they announced that, buying that shit. Had it within like 2 weeks of it launching. Tekken. When Tekken 8 was announced, I had that on pre-order. Like, so people, like, I think we need to focus on quality of game making and making games that people want to play, because, and like, there's certain things that I think, okay, now going into the PlayStation side of it, they realize that live service is a bit more problematic than, well, a bit more costly than they thought, and not as profitable, you know? So these motherfuckers are out here talking about phasing it back, and I'm like, really? We only really need a handful of live service games. Like, you can have multiplayer games that aren't full live service. Like, we can have multiplayer games where the hosting can be done locally on one system. Like, it doesn't have to require a massive server to house everybody all at once. Like, used to be that way. It wasn't like everything wasn't mass multiplayer engine. And on top of that, like, there's only really so many types of games that should be live service games. And, like, I think so many of them aren't actually live. Like, the ones that should be aren't. Like, I think putting out a new sports game every fucking year is stupid.
Yeah, it's not really necessary. What do you think? Like, what, every couple years, every 5 years?
No, don't drop a new fucking game ever. Make it a full live service and just complete, like, every year as things change, update. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, y'all are sitting here and, like, acting like you need a whole new game engine every time for football and basketball and fucking hockey and baseball. Nothing's changing about anything you're doing to those games.
I mean,
Nothing significantly.
yeah, we play sports games, but a lot of them are pretty much very similar.
Like, with fighting games and other, like, franchise games that do keep releasing shit every, like, they have reason. They're not doing it like every fucking year. That's not, like, honestly, kind of sick of yearly Call of Duties. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Take a
Yeah,
couple years, go
they
back and give me an actual good Call of Duty. Give me a good story. You know what? Give me a fucking campaign where it's a full squad, so me and the boys can squad up.
Speaking of COD, apparently they have made everything available during Battlefield 6's, I guess, release or something of that nature. COD made Black Ops 7 like multiplayer, campaign, zombies. You can try it all.
I don't give a fuck. And it really comes down to one reason. No matter how you chop it, that game's just such a big, like, there's no
Yeah,
excuse for it to be so fucking huge. Like, it's completely and totally redonkulous. Like, I don't know who told them that that was a good idea. To, like, I get it. If you have all the games and you want to interface them together, you should have that option. But to download
but you
one,
shouldn't be
like,
forced to.
automatic, what?
No, I was saying you shouldn't be forced to.
Yeah, it shouldn't be forced. And it's kind of fucking forced. But I don't, like, it goes into, I can't, like, for the life of me, like, I'll probably see the article sometime today after, like, we're done recording, and it's gonna piss me off because I'm gonna be like, motherfucker. There was that one editor for the one anime that I was telling you about that's worried about the state of anime because it's all pretty much becoming the same.
Yeah,
Like, so and so, I got transported to this world. I was reincarnated as this. Like, that is the beginning of the title for at least half a dozen animes in each of those names. Like, it's
yeah.
getting problematic. That being said, I will give props because, like, Netflix be kind of killing it in the anime field. Like, Baki, dope. Keegan Ashura, dope. Still pissed off at the ending, but dope as fuck. I think they
I
should stick to
recommend those two.
anime rather than trying live action adaptations of anime. Put it that way, like, they're doing phenomenal on one field. Let's just focus on being good at that, you know?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know why they couldn't get that, like, I mean, and that, like, that's also because, like, honestly, I think Cowboy Bebop got shit on a lot, but, like, really the only issue I had with Cowboy Bebop was it did shit way out of order.
still haven't seen it.
I would recommend watching it. It's not bad. It's entertaining. It's just it does a lot of the actual storyline out of order.
Yeah,
But I miss when there was a diversity of anime and we didn't give into so much fan service. Like, and I blame fucking Dragon Ball Z for it, really. I really do. Like,
honestly, I'd say I'd like to see like a reboot or a reimagining of Dragon Ball Z.
I
Like you
mean,
remember that fan made episode that I showed you, where Broly came to Earth and was during the
yeah,
martial arts tournament at the end of Dragon Ball, and he fucks up Chi Chi, and then Vegeta shows up.
yeah. Like, but, like, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of fan made stuff out there, and, like, I don't mind fan made stuff being fan made, but, like, we need to stop allowing fans to make full on decisions about production and creation and storyline.
Yeah.
Because Goku should have, like, I'm sorry, Goku should have fucking stayed dead in Z. Fuck Goku. I spit on his grave.
What are you doing?
Like, but it's getting to an issue of, because
Being a butt.
how people view anime, they see it as certain things. So, like, now it's like, oh, well, I want more like this one, rather than being open to, you know what, let me see what this other one's like.
Right.
And because of that, certain studios, as you can tell, have been adopting the let's do this model. And here we are with lots of anime, but really let's think about the full weight of the content, like the quality of all of it. And like, that's not to say that it's all bad, like that I think all of it's bad, but I mean, if I
Getting
can sit here
repetitive.
and look at the title and sit here and say, like, that's probably plagiarizing that's like, if I watch this one and I watch these two names that started, I was reincarnated as whatever, and then I sit here and see the exact same plot between the two of them with just some superficial minutia bullshit changing. Oh, I'm a sorcerer that can't use magic, or like I'm a fighter that doesn't like some bullshit, like some bullshit work, but it's the same goddamn story of like I'm trying to achieve whatever bullshit milestone.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because kind of feel like inadvertently I threw fucking Black Clover under the bus with that, because like the whole magic, it can't use magic thing, and like I'm not talking about Black Clover, that's fucking gold. Just gotta clarify that I'm not throwing Black Clover under the bus. I fucking love Asta, Yami, and the rest of the Black Bulls.
Haven't seen it.
But damn, I actually think I watched an anime recently, and I can't remember what it was. Not sure if I told the fans. Vigilante, My Hero Vigilante is dope. Y'all should check that out. Have you peeped the new episode of the final season for My Hero yet? I'm not gonna tell you the details, but like, actually, the damn is how it ended, like how the episode ended and who showed up. Like, I want it to be the weekend already because I want to see what the fuck's going on. I didn't think
What are
anything
you
else.
doing? Ow, that hurt.
And respectfully, all the other streaming and like Netflix, or not streaming, all the original content coming to like the streaming platforms from like Marvel and DC and even like Amazon's Boys universe has been pretty fucking on point. I still need to finish Zombies, but I figured I would wait a wee bit until like, I want it to be a bit closer to Halloween so I can enjoy it, because you know how I feel about zombies in the first place, but it's Marvel zombies, so I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. But I want it for my Halloween vibes. Give me my Halloween feel good. Shit. I think that about sums up the topics that I have laid out. Yeah, I need to send you some of the links to the. I've been cooking with AI. Oh, yeah, I did want to touch on AI because you brought that conversation up earlier about climate change and AI. Fuck that shit, man. I had so many music gasms today from making music earlier this morning. Like, I made like some like 40, 50 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, and actually, like, I'm not gonna lie, they're all like beats and shit that I'm gonna put some shit to later. But it took instruction well, and it garnered, like, it took what I wanted, and when I used the AI to refine what I inputted, it just
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal. Like, it understood. Like, there was actually one that I did. I was like, I was talking to Jeff about it. Actually, I was like, I sat here and put certain things into the prompt, and then I told the AI to improve it. I didn't put goth in the prompt, but do you know what the prompt improved upon it? It's like, this motherfucker right here likes his goth vibes. Let's throw some goth shit in this. And I'm like, my AI. It is nearing a time that I'm gonna have to be out in the front house because I have to sign for wine that's coming.
Nice.
No, it's not nice because if I go out there and there's a sign that on the door that says that we're sorry we missed you again because they came early again, I might go postal. I might like, well, I won't go postal, but what I'll do is I'll call you and be like, hey man, we're getting on payday. I'm just gonna go shoot. Like I need to shoot
Sounds
because
good.
like yes, it was supposed to get here yesterday, and they said between 3:45 and 5:45. Tell me why, like around 2:30, I go out to check the mail and I see the sticker on the door. Sorry, we missed you. It's like, bro, if you're saying
Really, I think in some situations like that, they're just being lazy, and they'll just slap a sticker, or they'll try it once. Oh, no answer. Yeah, sticker.
no, like it doesn't matter whether they try or not. Like I'm not in the front of the house. I can't hear the door. Like so, if they come outside the time they allot, like I don't go like it's like the same time frame today. So if
Yeah.
I'm not up there, I can't hear it. So that's why we're going to be cutting this up right now, is so I could go up there and hear that shit.
Hurry up, make up your mind.
Yeah.
And but it's kind of bullshit. Like if you sit here and say you need a signature, and you say you're going to be here between this time frame, be there. Like don't go early. Or if you're gonna go early, you should probably try to contact us and let us know. Like, hey man, we'll be there an hour or so early. But closing thoughts, my brother?
Digimon's doing pretty good right now.
Your ass about to hop on Digimon right now, aren't you? I kind of figured. Well, I'm thinking pretty much y'all be excellent to each other first and foremost. Microsoft, get your shit together. PlayStation, don't you start fucking up. Nintendo, you pretty much stay in your lane and don't cause too many waves.
Sit there and lay down.
Like people want to shit about your
Come on.
Switch 2
Lay down.
launch. I ain't mad at y'all at all. Also, I think there's like a bunch of like Zelda and Mario anniversaries happening this month. So for next week's episode, I'll look into that and send you the information, and that way you're informed and we can have a discussion about that. But that being said, until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all.
Catch y'all later, guys.
Wait, no.